For more than 30 years, the Centre d'accueil de l'Espoir has been taking care of orphans from AIDS and other vulnerable children. The initiative came from Sister Bridget Marie-Therese Miwulu, who understood very early the need for coming to the assistance of these thousands of children who had been abandoned to themselves. The association, now recognized as a public utility, is spread throughout the whole territory. The children to be taken care of are selected following a precise and well-defined selection procedure.
The modalities of enrollment in the Centre d'accueil de l'Espoir begin with the identification of these children in order to see the degree of vulnerability of these children. Once these orphans and vulnerable children that we jointly call OV recruits, we offer some care, for example, taking care of their psycho-emotional status. This means when they arrive, we will want to know their weight and height in order to follow up and know if the child is okay morphological-wise.
The latter part is to make them accept the personnel as their new family and to adapt to their new institutional environment.
After taking care of their psycho-emotional status, we also take care of their psychological state. Here, we try to dictate any emotional shock that a child has and repair it with joy of the center, so he or she should feel like any other child here. We take care of their psycho-affective status, meaning we always review the lack of affections that these children got in their various families. And at once, we present the center to them, where we already have people ready to show them parental love and care. Out of this psycho-affective care, we also have psychocognitive care. This means we would like to know the level of intellectual degree of these children, what we call intelligence quotient, IQ, so that they may catch up with activities like reading, learning of the multiplication, and everything needed to raise this IQ. We also have psychopedagogic care, which comes in to deal with all we do for these children to have a better educational result. We enroll them in school, take care of their school needs, like buying textbooks, exercise books, pencils, and everything needed for their studies. We also look for home teachers who, after school, can help them with what they didn't understand in school. All this is to have a good academic result.
I am satisfied with the results. It was not easy from the beginning with the help needed. Everyone had to put a hand. Amongst the 49 children admitted, we have 45.
They get up at 5 a.m. and from 5 a.m. to 5:15, they make up their beds. Between 5:15 and 5:30, they say their prayers. 5:30 to 6 a.m., they do their normal house chores. At 6 a.m., they do their toiletries, and by 6:30, they take their breakfast. After breakfast, they stand in lines, and by 7 a.m., they leave for school. When they return at 1 p.m., they take their showers. Girls first and boys follow. After all this, they set up dining tables and are served food to eat.
Ils ont préparé et procuré du pain à ceux qui n'en ont pas. Ainsi soit-il. Au nom du Père et du Fils et du Saint-Esprit. Voilà.
After taking their lunch, they have some time to rest. After resting, a sociocultural animator must have arrived and will be teaching them, or it may be a sports coordinator, depending on the program.
When the bus stops and a black man goes in, white will come down because they used to call blacks animals. They did not even want to see a single black beside them. That is how black university students started manifesting. In those days, we had you must have heard about Nelson Mandela. All right, Nelson Mandela started showing to the other blacks who were in the university.
And when they finish either sports or the cultural animation around 5:30 p.m., their home teachers take over and do their revisions. These revisions will finish around 6:45 p.m.
It tried to slide on sand like other animals, but it did not succeed.
To avoid this closure, because they live in an institution, they go out for excursions. They go out only in groups during these visits and excursions.
Parents and guidance are an important link in the chain of caregiving for orphans from AIDS and other vulnerable children. They are called upon to participate in the process of caring for their children and maintaining a link with the center. It is in this perspective that L'école des parents is set up
We are also calling on parents to help in the education of the children. During break, they will be in the farms and help you. But also try and study the child. Above all, follow their home lessons because there are many who do not know how to read well.
They also go out for short breaks like other children. For example, they go out for Christmas break. They will leave the center for a while to meet their families. After they obtain their first school leaving certificate, we send them back to their families because the center does not adopt. No, just the time to educate them, raise them up and send them back to their families.
Follow-up continues, but this time it's partial, meaning we are mostly concerned with school needs. At this point, the children are being enrolled in their various schools by the educator. They benefit from the school needs that are bought for them. In some special cases, we take care of their well-being and also feeding if necessary, especially when we notice that the family cannot take care of these children. These children are in secondary schools, higher institutes of learning, and training centers. Some special cases are in the Muslim Association, Darussalam. They are in the primary section. They are special because, due to their customs, these children cannot integrate in the center to live with others. That is why we allow them to live in their homes, and we take care of them there.
Since the month of March that the children have been in confinement under the instruction from the government, they are either with the host families or families of origin. We have obtained a nutritional mood and other treatment facilities. We have 62 families. This exercise costs us very much. When the children are here in the center, we feed one mouth. But when they are in hosting families, there are already many mouths to feed. Whenever we are sharing the food, if there are 7 children in the house, it will be food for all of them. The food you see here today is food for many families. We vary the food stuff every month. For example, last month was meat, but this month is chicken, and every family will have at least 2 fowls each. We are also concerned with the COVID-19. That is why we also have face masks that will be distributed. We pass information about COVID-19 contained on posters and flyers that we have produced.
You also have in front of you the enlarged team of Centre d'Accueil de l'Espoir, abbreviated CAES.
Now that we have face masks, how then should we use the mask? Hold it like this. When you want to wear it, hold the things here and avoid touching the middle. Make sure it covers up to the nose.
For more than 30 years, more than 1,000 children have thus been able to benefit from an education and supervision they could not get based on the realities of life.
I was groomed at Centre d'accueil de l'Espoir at Efoulan since the age of 9 years. I received a type of education which made me what I am today. I really choose my vocation, a profession in which I can really handle, as you already know, it is a beauty parlor. In fact, I'm an expert in cosmetic aesthetics, and really thanks to my husband who is here, an enterprise communicator, this company has progressed and I hope that it will progress even more. I am a mother, I am a wife, and I have a company.
I lost my dad when I was 3 years old, and it was my mom who was in charge of everything. At a certain point, life in the family was not going. It was not easy at all. My mother struggled a lot to send us to school. It was not easy to eat in the house. Food was not easy. If anyone falls sick, she will only have to borrow money for treatment. That was how we met an educator of Centre d'accueil, who opted to explain our family situation to the Reverend Sister, who decided to take care of us. Since then, it is the center which takes care of my education and everything important.
All these cannot be done without the reinforcement of the capacities of specialized educators and family counselor leaders, because the society is evolving and changing.